We'd like to sincerely thank our Patreon supporters. Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are at Holt Nurseries, and I could lie to you and say it's a different day. It's the same day, but this room is so awesome, I thought it deserved its very own video. You guys know that I'm obsessed with fish. I got to go to Guyana and fish the Amazon last year, and a lot of the fish in this room are familiar to me from that trip and my entire life of fishing and looking at fish magazines and dreaming about being able to catch some of these species. What we have in this room is a whole bunch of tropical fish that Tom has been raising up with plans to put them in a way to exhibit. He is a little frustrated by, you know, you walk up to a round tank. This is not pleasing to see the fish. Well, you know, this is an albino arowana in this, so you can't actually see it because it's stark white. But a lot of the catfish that are in these, you can't see. Now I will go and actually extend the GoPro underwater, and we're gonna get some really cool underwater shots of some of these guys. But he wants to build something and display them in a way that's more appealing. Obviously that will require cleaning up this room, making this the display room, or moving them outside underneath some shade cloth, or the jungle canopy that he has created outside already. Also to consider is, look how many tanks you see here. To do the tanks right, the tanks are immensely expensive. So we're going to put some feelers out and talk to some of our friends about ideas where these fish can be viewable from above and where we can walk around and there be a viewing window to see them. And whether it's in this room or somewhere else, if it's outside, that we can do both. Now I pitched a very quick idea to Tom. Let's see if I can walk out where some dirt is, and I will show you what my idea was. It may or may not work, but you know me, my mind's always thinking about solving problems. If it stayed in this room, I would have to build a wood deck over all the walkways and hide all the plumbing. I'm gonna find a good stick and we're gonna do a dirt drawing. So what I had showed Tom is to build a boardwalk that ramps up, is elevated, maybe 6 foot tall or something like that, and then ramps down. And then we could put a row of these aquariums, maybe even having them pitch under the deck, give them a shaded area. However we do that, that's not the important part yet. I hope whatever I'm drawing doesn't end up looking like something else. All right, so if we could do that and find a way to do a flat face on them, I know there's probably a way to modify those existing ones, or we would have to find a cost-effective other way. So that way you could walk up a boardwalk and look at the fish from above all the way around, and then loop around and view those same fish from the front side. And then, now God knows what I'm drawing now, and all the pumps and filters could probably be underneath the boardwalk structure. So all of that can be hidden. The plumbing, the pipes, the electrical could stem up there, and everything be hidden. So that's my initial idea, but obviously there's a lot to be figured out with the cost of these. This is the big cost. I once built a 28-foot bridge for a rum company in Jupiter, Florida, and the rum company was in St. Croix. I built it where it could be disassembled. I put it into a shipping container, shipped it to St. Croix with some throwaway tools, reassembled the bridge, as well as some like gingerbread molding, hurricane, like the Bahama shutters, decorative Bahama shutters, and we reassembled the bridge and did all this work for a rum company. But it was a pretty cool job, but a very cool bridge. It was a very pretty bridge. So I'm gonna briefly walk through and name the fish that I know, but I don't know all these fish. I know that there's albino red-tailed catfish. I see See some more over there that are being raised up. I don't know what this catfish is, and I'm assuming it's the same one where the eyes were extremely to the side. Right at sundown, throwing a lipped plug in Guyana, I would catch these guys, I'd say about 1.5 to 2 foot long, in that range. I was catching them, but I didn't know what they were, but they almost looked like a shark to me without the teeth. I guess we'll have to come back and Tom will tell me what they are. I'm gonna try and like walk through and do the speaking part of this video, and then we're gonna extend the GoPro into the water so we can get some better shots. Now, there are fish in these large aquariums. I see that there's pacu in here. I see that there are Oscars in here. And the albinos, I don't know what they are, and I'll have to figure that out with Tom. There's a whole bunch of dark shapes moving around. It's gonna be cool when we stick the camera in there and we really get to see what's in there. These beautiful catfish. How cool would it be to see these in enclosures with his lilies, some snails, water plants, a really cool substrate on the bottom. I'm gonna pull this cinder block over. We need a deck right around this. I saw a very large red-tailed catfish when I stepped up here before. He saw my white shirt. I could see his red tail right there. So another really cool aquarium when we stick the camera in the water. I can't wait to see what's in this water. He was swimming up to the surface for me. And I see quite a few things moving around in there. I did not get to look in this tank yet, so I couldn't even tell you. I just see a regular gar right there. Regular spotted gar. Gar that we saw on the Silver Springs trip. There are so many cool fish in here. Now there's two beautiful arowana. See that guy right below the surface. I did catch and eat these on my Guyana trip. Super cool fish. And again, I don't know what catfish are at the bottom in there with them. Obviously he's got everything. Oh, there's a red tail right at the surface. Hey, buddy. We caught some giants of those. And again, there's some other catfish zipping around I see in there. It almost looks like that same catfish that we saw the smaller version of. More red tails in here. This guy's right at the surface. Shouldn't be surprised. Oh, there you go. He's ready for some food. Some albino catfish in here. Oh, and then a little skinnier that looks like the shovel nose. A young shovel nose in there. He may have a bigger shovel nose. I'll have to ask him. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to plunge the camera to see a lot of these fish. Woo! That is a really nice arowana right there. Seeing it come to the surface reminds me of a tarpon that I fish for. Well, I go through phases where I fish tarpon a lot more. I like fishing for the small ones in the estuaries, in the backwater. I just feel like it's a lot more sporty. Now it's really cool. I walked up to this one before, and what I could see from the surface is their long white whiskers. I can't see the fish, but I was trying to make out what was in there, and all I could see was the white whiskers. That's gonna be a cool one to plunge the camera in. Well, you know what? Let's start with this. White whiskers. So we grabbed Tom, and these guys right here, I was telling the viewers how I was catching these guys on lures at sunset in Guyana. Was I wrong? Are these from South America?
I do not think so.
You do not think so? So maybe there's a similar fish. I mean, it had its eyes really stuck to the side, and it was a catfish that really looked like a shark. How big did these guys get?
4 or 5 feet.
5 feet? Well, the ones I was catching were like 1.5 feet, 2 foot. That's pretty big. Tom promised us a feeding, so we got some of the food. He just pitched into the water. Now they're used to eating in the morning. Let's see how fast these guys smell. He's definitely moving around. He definitely already smells it. Wow, this is a nice sized red tail. It's funny, they smell it, but they don't want to fully commit. I'm sure as soon as I turn it off, they'll come right over and eat. So what you're showing us now is your common snapping turtle or Florida snapping turtle. And you guys are looking at it in this aquarium, and I'm sure someone's gonna say something about the size of it. Today's project is he is building it a new enclosure. So that's what he's doing after this tour today. And you're looking to put it into a very naturalistic enclosure. How cool is that? It's beautiful. It looks very happy. Well, Kagan and I came back from lunch, different shirt on because the other one was covered in sweat. Tom, I can't thank you enough for giving us a tour. You have some amazing fish here. You really do. I don't know if you know how amazing they are. I mean, they're really big, really healthy. Like, I'm so impressed. And I can't wait to see what we can do with this.
Oh no, I can't wait either.
If I can have anything to do with helping you out, I'm excited to help with this. Like I'm ready. I am like a kid in a candy store when it comes to all these big fish. You have an amazing collection, and that's what it is. I mean, it's an amazing collection of fish. Like, I have some really cool monitors. This room is just super impressive to me, and just finding out a different way to display them is. That's the next step. I drew out that design on the sand. I drew it for him as well. So him and I are probably gonna talk back and forth, send drawings, and see what we can figure out. I think that's all for this video. Until next time, everyone. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. See you soon.